Alright, Lisa, do you know what this is? I got a cutting off of a bush down there a while ago. I like it. I'm going to try to root it. But I don't know what it is. I like it. And somebody was trimming a vine a while ago, and it was climbing up a tree. It's variegated, and I didn't cut none off. I just picked up what they was cutting off. It's almost like a pothos, or whatever you call it. It's got roots all over it, so I shouldn't have trouble getting that to root. It likes to climb whatever it is. We'll see. One of my marigolds is really coming out. I wish them was perennial, but they're not. A lot of families out visiting Mom and stuff over there today. I guess they're having Thanksgiving dinner. I kind of miss them dinners like that. You've been a bad girl this morning, barking at everybody. You know that, don't you? You know you've been misbehaving. Papa loves you anyway. You ain't getting on my lap. I'm busy. I'm busy. All right. I'm going to treat that with aloe. Let's see how I can do that. What I'm going to do, this is that aloe leaf I cut the other day. Now, I don't know if I'm going to break some of them leaves off or not, but I'm going to stick that in there. Now, I hope y'all can see what I'm doing. Getting a good coating of aloe. Looks like eel snot. Then, I'm going to, well, my camera fell over. But, what I'm going to do, stick that down in that bottle. You know what? I might ought to scar that bark up a little bit. I don't know what this is, but I like it. I'm wondering, I wonder if there's something you can root from the leaves. Anyhow, there it is. Now, just for the heck of it, I'm going to see if you can leaf root these things. Go on, baby.
Nothing much.
Nothing much.
Yeah.
You ain't getting up there. I think what I'm going to do, where is that? Oh shoot, it got knocked over. Let me get that. Hey Jay, hand me that can right there. That white can laying on the side. Don't spill it. I've got a bunch of forest moss in there. Get out of the way. And what I'm going to do, well, I hadn't got the stuff on them yet, but let me do that. I'm getting some aloe on that. Do some more. Do some more. And do some more. Now, I might take, now those leaves don't look all that hot, so I think I'm going to take a healthy leaf. Well, that's not all that healthy either. Alright. I don't know if that'll work, but I thought I'd give it a try. And we'll just see. And we'll see how that does. This is what, about the 25th? Something like that. Oh! So we'll see how that does. Somebody will tell me what the name of that is. I like it. I like the color. I like the burgundy stripes down the edges of it. You know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking I might ought to take some more leaves off of that. I think I will, but I won't bore you with it. Well, sit here and eat 3 more oranges. You know, I was sitting out there in the yard a while ago. The people was over here working on this house on the roof. I don't know what they was doing up there, something to do with the trusses. They wasn't putting any sheeting or anything on it, but it was 2 guys. And, you know, they had a generator out there and all that stuff to run their tools and air compressor, and they was doing something. I reckon tying the rest of them trusses together and stuff. But I was sitting there, I was talking to one guy, and I was turning around and come back over here, and I turned around and they was getting ready, they finished up and they was getting their stuff together and putting back in the truck. And I reckon I saw a theft going on. What they was doing, they didn't have nothing to do with the plywood. And they don't work for the construction. They are private contractors. And what they did, they went around the back and they got a big old stack of plywood they're going to use to put on that sheeting on that roof. And they didn't have nothing to do with that. But they sure helped themselves to 4 sheets of that plywood. And it appeared to be 5/8. It's more than a ½ inch, but less than 3/4. And what they was doing, they come around there 4 different times with a sheet of that plywood on their back and slid it in the back of their truck. 4 times. That probably was around $100 worth. I think that stuff's $20-something a sheet now. But it was pretty obvious what they was doing. And they'll get away with it. So the guy that gets snagged for the bill on that is the company that's contracting to build this house. That makes it hard on businesses where you got to depend on and trust other people that's helping you and stuff. I know that's what they was doing. I don't know the name of the company. I'd like to see them get hung on that. But if I knew the name of the company, I might call them and ask them, was these gentlemen over here today supposed to be taking plywood off the premises? And I'll bet you he'll say no. I'll almost bet you 100% that that's what they was doing. my daughter had this boyfriend one time, and he was driving a company truck, and he had a company credit card, and that's what he used to keep gas in the truck. And I didn't know this till after the fact, but what he was doing, Jennifer was giving him money to put gas in her car or something, and he was going over there and filling up cans in the back of his truck, and then taking them cans and putting in Jennifer's car. She didn't know this, but that's what he was doing. And he got caught. He got caught, lost his job. But yeah, he was paying Jennifer. Jennifer was paying him to put gas in the truck, and he was stealing gas via the credit card. And somebody in the office caught that because they started figuring out, well, this truck only takes X amount of gallons of gas, and at one stop he was putting in almost twice what the gas cost. So he didn't hang up the pump. He just kept running that same ticket, filling up them cans on the back of his truck. I know I used to have people stealing from me all the time, you know, in my shops and stuff. Some of them guys, they was doing upholstery on the side and stuff, you know, in home, in their garage and stuff. Anytime they checked out a box of staples or something from the supply room, they'd snag an extra box to take home with them. And tack strips and blind tacking strips and all that stuff like that, and webbing and jute cord. They was doing it. I caught two. One of them I couldn't do nothing about because he was out of there before I realized what he was doing. But that's the skinny on that. I need to get back there and pick some more oranges. Yes, I do. What you doing, P-Dab? Well, I don't know if this thing's going to produce any more peppers or not. I've been wanting some of these to change color, but they're just not changing color. So I'm going to leave these on the tree, on the bush. Alright, I need to put these plants, some of these that I'm going to try to root. I know where I'm going to put that one. I know where I'm going to put that one. Alright, now I'm going to put it right over here. I'm going to get out tomorrow and start arranging some stuff. That's beautiful, whatever it is. And these here, I'm going to see if they'll root these leaves from the leaf. Now I got water and forest moss, something like sphagnum moss in there. So, we'll see. And see that empty spot right there? Let's see, if Joey marries that girl, she won't be my daughter-in-law, it'd be Jennifer's daughter-in-law, so what would it be to me? What would you call it? Great-grandpa's daughter-in-law? What would you call it? Anyway, she spotted that camellia that I actually air layered and it had 2 flowers on it. She spotted that and fell in love with it. So I gave it to her. But it's not a loss to me because at least now I know I can root them things like that. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get out there tomorrow and try to put some on there. And air layer them. And I'm also going to do that on them rubber plants around there. I want to start several of them. But yeah, she fell in love with it. And Joey, my middle grandson, that sucker is quit cutting his hair. I don't like it. Now I gotta be careful how I say that. His hair looks too black, meaning that it looks too ethnic. You know, I don't like those afro-like hair things, you know, and that's what it's looking like. And he's not gonna cut it because she likes it. She likes it. Yeah. I guess I'm going to have to give her one of my heads of cabbage when they start making, because she likes cabbage too. But she's going to be a nurse. And they're all working at Walmart. All the same shift. Jennifer, Joey, Donovan, and Emma. Emma's the daughter-in-law. And Joey's had about 4 or 5 different girlfriends since high school. And this one, Emma, is totally different. She's a different type, all that stuff, than the ones he's usually had. But I asked my daughter about it. She says, well, he loves her. So, but yeah, I don't like these dreadlocks. I don't like afros. And I got a brother, Ira. He grows an afro. But I ain't seen him since 1982. So how long is that? 82, 92, 2002, 2012. Holy crap, almost 40 years. almost 40 years. And he's always on the move. He's had 4 or 5 wives, and he's got bunches of kids with all of them. And he's so far behind on China, he'll never catch up on that. So he's always skipping out. I reckon. I don't know. But I talked to one of his daughters one time, and she said he's never supported me or tried to even help support me. A couple of them told me that. Anyhow, folks, and she likes my eggplants. And I guess she's going to be, and she loved the marigolds, and she seems to be a little bit knowledgeable about plants and stuff. And she said, you know, those are not perennials, they're annuals. And I said, yes, I know that. Then she was telling me about something around on the side there. You know, that's an annual. And I said, yeah, I know that. So she knows a little bit about this stuff. And she's wanting some of these, do you call them pothos? Pothos? I was calling them there for a while pohos. But I think it's pothos. But at any rate, now what did I do with the, oh, I got them in there. These big leaf things here, I love these. I love them. I don't know. It's going to be some type of a pothos or a money plant. Something like that. The poinsettias is getting more and more red leaves on it. But, oops, I burped. By the way, I was reading an article about flagellants, and you know that's farts. And it started out, everybody farts. The ladies fart, men fart, kids farts, the president farts, movie star, everybody farts. And they was telling in there, I can't retain all of it, but only about 1.5% of all the farts that are let by people, only 1.5% stinks or has an odor. So that's like saying about 89.5% or something like that doesn't stink. It was also talking about how many times a person farts in the average day. And if you got some of them goody two-shoes, well, I never fart. Now, I had a sister-in-law like that. She lying through her teeth. I never fart. Yes, she farts. They said the average person will fart around, the average person, it seemed like it said somewhere between 15 and 55 times a day. A day. And said most times a lot of people don't even know they farted. But that gas has got to come out. And there's only two ways it can come out. Via your butt or your mouth. I wish I could retain all it said. It said that it gave them a certain amount of people's farts if they can contain the gas. And what did they call it? Hydrogen and some other stuff. And there's certain things that gets in your system that will make them smell. But it was at length. It was one of them deals I couldn't copy it. If I could have, I would have copied it. So, Miss Camilla Bowles is one of my subscribers. You know, that's Prince Charles's wife. She can get off her high horse about Joe Biden farting in front of her, because she might have been letting 2 or 3 slip right there at the same time. She can get off her high horse because she farts. And if I was ever in her presence, I wouldn't be in awe of her, but I would be trying my dangest to break wind. In other words, fart, and hopefully it got sound to it, and it's one of them rare ones that's got an odor. This royalty play, Your Majesty and Your Highness and all that crap, that's bull. That's bull. I know the Brits don't want to let go of that. But why support somebody like that with all these riches and they don't do nothing for it? They're born into it. So and it's coming from the people, it's coming from the taxes. But anyway, so much on the farts. I'm going to see if I can find some more info about that. It was talking, and cows, and some animals, and cows especially, they give off a tremendous amount of gas. They have like 3 or 4 stomachs, and all that's working. And it's methane gas that they're letting go. We don't let methane go. We got something that's called something else. But they was talking about it could be enough gas from X amount of people that would fill a tank about the size of a swimming pool full enough gas to be under pressure. But yeah, everybody farts, you know, gosh. You know, we all do. We're all the same. We got feelings. We all got feelings. We all cry sometimes. We poop. We pee. We all do it. And I'm just saying, there's a lot of things that you do, but it's taboo to even think about it, you know. But like, you see this beautiful woman, and that at some point during that day, if she's normal, she's going to be taking a dump, pooping. And she's going to be unwinding that toilet paper to wipe her butt. All of them do it. All the actors, the movie stars, and all that stuff, They all do it. They all do it. A lot of people don't like to think about stuff like that, but it's a fact. It's a fact. We all get BO, body odor. We all have to blow our nose. All that stuff. I guess Tracy's family's fixing to go home. They was all over there today for Thanksgiving dinner. I wonder how many kids. I think she's got 2 or 3 kids. And she's got a bunch of grandkids. Got a bunch of grandkids. And guess what? They all fart. They all poop. Just a thought. And there's nothing nasty about it. I mean, it's the normal function, and if you didn't pass the gas, you would be in terrible. If it didn't come out one end and come out the other, then you're going to be in trouble. It did say that. It didn't tell. I can't remember what it said it would cause. But I sure would like to have been a fly on the wall when Joe Biden farted in Camilla Bowles' presence. Is she a highness or a majesty? No, she ain't nothing. She's a homewrecker, that's what she is. She was screwing around with Charles when he was still married to Diana. I think she ought to be held accountable for that. Oh well. Alright folks, I guess that's my video. I can't get over how many blooms is on these cucumber plants. I mean, just look, if all them makes cucumbers, this plant right here is going to have 1, 2, 3, there's a cucumber already, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There's 12 blooms, 2 cucumbers and 12 blooms already on this one. And this one here's even got more. And I see cucumbers on there. But just incredible. What's on this thing? I never seen it. And it's a bush, so that I'm liking this. I'm liking this. Well, I watched Survivor last night, and this girl, her name was Shan something or other, and everybody always called her Shan. And every time she was getting ready to screw somebody over, you know, betray them and stuff, she'd be sitting there talking about it, and then she'd go, last night, her favorite person she trusted the most was talking, it's time for Shan to go. I didn't think he could pull it off, but dadgone if he didn't. She got voted out. And when she got voted out, I went, She got voted out. She was playing a good, but she just got too domineering, too, what's another word am I looking for? just got too pushy. And what really tickled me about it, it was Ricardo that did it to her, and that was her go-to friend. They had been loyal buddies from the get-go. I didn't particularly like Ricardo, you know, but I'm starting to, he's playing a good game. He's playing a good game. And if he can make it to the final two, he'll win that thing. Or is it the final three? I think they're doing three now. But if he goes to the final, he'll win. And if Xander goes to the final, he'll win. So I don't know. He's played a heck of a game. And he was in spots constantly that they thought they had him packed and ready to go, and every time it turned around and bit him in the butt. This one lady on there, she had an advantage where it gave her the right to ask any one person one time and one time only, do you have a hidden immunity idol, or do you have an advantage? But you have to ask one or the other. You can't ask both questions. And she knew Xander had a hidden immunity idol. But when you ask somebody that question, it don't matter if the idol's not on their person. It's got to be somewhere else. Somebody else has possession of it. And Xander knew that was coming, and he let a good friend of his on there hold that idol for him. And he had made this fake immunity idol, and he was wearing it where everybody could see it. So the lady knew he had an idol. But she said, Xander, do you have a hidden immunity idol? And of course he didn't. A friend of his was holding it, and he had this fake one. And Xander said, he said, no, but you can have this fake one if you want. So she blew that advantage question she had. She blew it. And Shan, when they voted her out last night, she went home with the immunity idol in her pocket. She didn't play it. You have to play that thing before he reads the votes. And she didn't play it. And if she'd have played it, a friend of hers would have went home. But she didn't play it. And another guy the week before, he went home with an immunity idol in his pocket. Weird. There's been a lot of weird stuff on this season. Oh, my. I would like to see Xander win it, and if Xander don't win it, I'd like to see Ricardo win it. I think Ricardo is what do you call a man that's an airline attendant? You don't call him a stewardess, do you? But that's what he does. And Shan, the one that went home last night, she's a college student. Okay. I said it once, and I think I said it twice. I'm going to call it a wrap. I love you folks. I appreciate all of you. And that's my story, and I am sticking to it. And what else am I supposed to say? You know I love you because I tell you I do. Oh, man, I keep thinking about that woman last night. You'd have to be a Survivor fan to appreciate the irony of that. A lot of people make that mistake and they get really cocky and think they are on the right path. And they wound up getting it socked to them. But like one of them said last night, the tribal council said technically we're all liars. And that's right, they're all lying about different things one way or the other. You have to lie. Yep. Okay, guys, I'm out of here. I'll see you in the next one. I might try to find the tidbit on the farts again if I can. Love you. See ya.